Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
Welcome to San Diego and welcome to the Padres pregame show presented by your San Diego helpful Honda dealers. The Padres return home riding the momentum of a strong road trip to take on the Angels, powered by a healthy, high-performing offense. Manny Machado leading the way, tied for the longest active hitting streak in the majors at 11 games. We welcome you on in to the show. Mary Loosecook alongside Mike Pomerantz. And I tell you, it is good to be home, but certainly a nice road trip for the Padres, 6-3. A lot of big moments, it seemed, but what impressed you from their time away from Petco, Mike?
That record, boy, you needed that shot in the arm, 6-3, as you had mentioned. So you're now, finally, it seems like it took forever to get over 500 on the year in total away from Petco Park, 11-10, and doing all the little things right, taking advantage of some very young and scuffling clubs in Pittsburgh and Colorado, but also I thought doing a nice job in their one win against the Yankees as well. Those are the types of team in New York that you're going to start seeing later in the season, more of litmus tests for what you might face should you be so fortunate as to get into the postseason. But they always say playoff teams' records are built on the backs of the weak. So you have got to take advantage of the games that you're playing against sub-500 or losing teams. Right now, Pittsburgh and Colorado presented opportunities, and hats off to the Padres, a really nice job away from Petco.
They certainly did a nice job against one of those scuffling teams. I mean, both of them, of course, but particularly want to highlight Stephen Kolek and his complete game shutout that he had over the Rockies. Of course, he had some nice offensive support there, which I'm sure was nice from him. But what stood out to you about Stephen Kolek?
Well, to your point, 21 runs, that's a nice cushion that he got in Colorado. But I think overall what impressed me was the way he came out and attacked the strike zone. He said that was going to be a point of emphasis for him. Remember, we saw him in the bullpen last year, and it's a little different environment. You can't really set your own pace. You're almost thrown into the pace of the game when you come out of the bullpen. But I thought he did a really good job staying within himself. He's got a nice arsenal of pitches. And really, when you're the fourth or fifth guy in a big league rotation, it's great to get a complete game. It's great to throw a shutout. But really, you're tasked with just giving your team a chance to win. And if Stephen Kolek can continue to do that, I think he's going to continue to improve and be a part of this train moving forward. With King, Cease, Vasquez, Kolek, and Pivetta right now, the last couple of starts, aside from the one clunker from Nick Pivetta in Colorado, the guys I think overall threw the ball very well the last few times out, and Kolek's been a big part of that.
All right, well, this is the 5-4 now with hopefully some reinforcement coming at some point. Yu Darvish set to make a start on Wednesday in AAA El Paso. So we're crossing our fingers for him, hoping good things coming out of that outing. So tonight it's going to be Michael King on the mound for the Padres. He's been really good at home, but want to take a moment to look back at his start in New York. What did he attack pitchers with there? What did you see from him?
What I liked about it was everything coming out of the same spot. We call that tunneling. So I thought we'd take a look at what were his most effective pitches, the sinker, the sweeper, and the change. You can see the way he gets what we call arm side run with the sinker as well as that changeup. And then you've got about an 8 to 10 mile an hour differential. And we've mentioned how important it is to disrupt the hitter's timing. That was against Trent Grisham there in New York. And then you've got that pitch that he throws, the sweeper, underneath the hands of a lefty or away from a righty. He's really good. In fact, we're going to talk about this a little bit with Don and Mud in game about why he is so challenging to face and why he can be his own worst enemy if it does bite him.
Now, if Michael King and the Padres happen to K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Now, the Angels today are going to be without a guy that I'm sure they are not happy to be without. Mike Trout, of course, he is still going to be away with him. Did make the road trip to San Diego, and we did hear that he was able to do some running, actually, on the zero-gravity treadmill. But what does that do for the Angels when you don't have a guy like Mike Trout for your offense?
Well, I'll tell you this. If running on a zero-gravity treadmill helps, then he should play on the moon because he has not played hardly at all in the last 5 seasons. The numbers are staggering, just 43% of the games played. And remember, the Angels have been so bad for so long. They haven't put up a 500 record in a decade, and that was a team that not only had Trout, but also Anthony Rendon and that other guy you may have heard of, Shohei Ohtani. So the point I'm making is this team, even with star players, has a lot of holes and a lot of of trouble. And again, you've got 26 games in the month of May. 14 of those, including the Rockies, Pirates, and now the Angels, 14 of those games are against last place teams. The Angels are limping right now. How they get to the finish line, anybody's question, but as long as they're going to continue to struggle, let's hope they struggle for 3 games here at Petco.
Well, like we saw the Padres do on the road, they were able to capitalize against some struggling teams, so hopefully they'll be able to keep it up tonight against the Angels. When we return here on the Padres pregame show, we'll hear from the Coach of the Week. Stick around. The Padres pregame show is presented by your San Diego helpful Honda dealers. It's not just about selling cars, it's about bringing value to our community. Welcome back to the Padres pregame show. A 3-game set between the Angels and Padres going to get underway shortly. But first, we are joined by our Padres Coach of the Week, Mary Louise Cook, here alongside Coach Augie Diaz, coach at South Bay Little League. Now, I want to congratulate you for, of course, becoming the Coach of the Week, getting a $1,500 grant for the program there. So congratulations. But take me through finding out that you had received this honor.
It's kind of funny. That day, Mr. Bill Johnson called me, right? But I looked at my phone. You know, the phones nowadays says unknown number. But earlier, I had gone to the car dealer, drop off my car to get it fixed. And then, so I look at the number. The numbers were similar. And I go, I better answer this. So I answered it. And then Mr. Johnson tells me, Augie, yes, sir. He goes, this is Bill Johnson, San Diego Padres. You have been selected for Coach of the Week, Week 3. And so he explained everything to me. I go, thank you very much. I'm very, very honored. Who submitted my name to this? I asked him, but he told me, Christina, the president of South Bay Little League, who submitted my name, and I'm very honored to be selected by the organization, the Padres, it's an honor for me for doing this.
Very special, and that is a really cool story there. I mean, that's why sometimes you have to answer the unknown calls. You never know who. It's not always a spam call. You never know. Now, for you, I know that you've been at South Bay Little League since 2022, but you've been coaching Little League baseball for over 30 years now. What got you into coaching not only baseball but softball as well?
Well, coaching, I kind of started, and when my little brother, when he was 9 years old, and he was born in '64, so. In 1971, I started coaching him in the backyard, just hitting ground balls to him. I put him up against the fence and just hitting ground balls. But then, of course, when my son, he was an '84 baby, when he turned 6 at T-ball in 1990, then I started coaching from there up until he was the junior leagues with 13 years old. Then my daughter, Erica, she's an '88 baby, right? She's an 88 baby. At 9 years old, she says, Dad, I want to play softball. And I'm thinking, oh, come on, really? This is a girl who did not want to walk 2 blocks to 7-Eleven to go get a Slurpee, right? So I'm thinking to my dad, oh, she's going to quit on me because baseball or softball, there's a lot of running involved. And running, sprints, running. So I'm thinking she's gonna quit on me. So we go to Sports Authority to go buy a glove because she's left-handed. Okay, I can't use brother's glove because brother's right-handed. She needs her own glove because she's left-handed. So we go there, and the story goes, I'm walking back to the register, and by purpose, I am walking diagonally to miss the cleats because I'm thinking she's going to quit. She's going to quit on me, right? I don't want to spend $60 on cleats, so I'm coming across. So we start having a discussion. She goes, Dad, how about some cleats, Dad? How about some cleats? I go, no, Erica, no, these tennis shoes are fine. They'll be good. No, Dad, I need some cleats. So I walked to the cleats. They had some soccer shoes on sale for $10. I go, okay, I'll spend $10 on her cleats or whatever. So then I'm having a 5-minute discussion with her as how the cleats will work just like baseball shoes. She won the argument. She goes, oh, okay, what shoes do you want? So she walks me all the way around, and she points to the shoes, the Nike shoes, $60 pair of Nike shoes that she wanted, because she saw me every year buying new cleats for my son, Nick. So she was paying attention.
She was paying attention. So that's how I guess you got into coaching softball. And it sounds like there's a theme here because you were coaching your sons, your daughter, and now you're getting to coach your grandchildren, which is pretty cool. What is the significance of getting to coach them at South Bay?
It's just teaching them the game of baseball, teaching them how to play the game correctly. You know, because you'll hear parents say, hey, just have fun, just have fun. Well, yeah, you can have fun, but playing the game correctly, getting the outs, hitting the ball, catching the ball, that is fun. Not just like if you tell a kid that age, hey, play the game, have fun, they'll jump around, play with the flowers, throw the gloves up. That's fun to them. But I try to teach them, look, yes, you can have fun playing the game of baseball, but hey, let's play it right. Let's get the ground balls. Let's make good throws at first. Catch the ball, hit the ball. So that's why I do it. It's just to teach these young kids, and I use these major leaguers as an experience. I tell them, hey, how do you think Tatis, how do you think Machado got where they are? They practice every day. They practice. If you want to be one of them, you got to practice every day.
That is for sure. And I know you get to have your grandchildren here with you today. The grandsons are actually, you guys can't see them here at home, but they're standing back behind the camera. And I know that Granddad here was showing them the guys on the field and saying, hey, this is what it takes to get here. So Coach Augie Diaz, we appreciate you joining us today. Congratulations to you on earning this honor, Coach of the Week.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Right, and the Coach of the Year will be announced later on in the season, and that person will be getting a $10,000 grant for their program. So congratulations to Coach Augie Diaz. Padres starting off the homestand here with the 3-game set against the Angels. Padres looking to stay hot offensively. We look forward to seeing you during the game. Enjoy.
Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the San Diego Padres.
We welcome you back to beautiful San Diego, where the Padres are so glad to be back at home and at Petco Park, where tonight we play game 1 of 3 between the Los Angeles Angels and the San Diego Padres. Manny Machado's been red hot, riding an 11-game hitting streak, 452 during the streak, 5 extra base hits, and 9 runs batted in. On the other side for the Halo, Zach Neto, last 16 games, 305 with 7 extra base hits and 5 runs batted in. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. Padres are very glad to be home, but had a very good road trip. 3-city tour. They went 6-3, and a lot of good things happened.
Yeah, Donnie, anytime a team travels east from the West Coast, it's tough. It's a challenge, but they got it clicking. And when you're back to full strength, you got guys like Jackson Merrill and Jake Cronenworth. Yes, it makes the lineup deeper and much better. So they return to full strength. Jackson Merrill swinging the hot bat. Jake Cronenworth. These two cats combined a .483 average, 4 extra base hits. They drove in 10. Let's go to the starters. How do you win ball games? It's all predicated on really good starters. Dylan Cease, Randy Vasquez had a good outing. And then how about Stephen Kolek? 21-run pad, 9-inning complete game shutout. Padres starters 2-8-2, and Cole, of course, finishes that one. Hey, there's more. How about this road trip and the offense on Saturday in Colorado? 21 runs, 37 total runs in the series. It's clicking, and you know, even though they lost yesterday, Don, they come home to where they're playing very, very well. Keep it going. These guys are on a roll.
Tonight it is Michael King who takes the baseball in game 1 of this series, fresh off returning to Yankee Stadium.
He is throwing strikes. He's being aggressive, and I tell you what, go back to Yankee Stadium against a good lineup, and Michael King answered the bell. 6 strong innings, 3 hits. He got a no decision, but I tell you what, he always keeps in the game and kept the pinstripers off balance. Kept it in the yard. Only 2 strikeouts. Hey, the strikeouts will come, but look for a good outing tonight for Michael King.
Coming up, fashion forward. There's some great new gear available at the team shop. Mary Lou's Cook joins us next to spotlight the new items and share who is involved in designing them. Next, we return to San Diego.
Right this second, at some drive-thru somewhere,
I'll have a...
someone really wants a soda. Which just feels like a whole lot of sugar to have in broad daylight.
Hello?
She's thinking.
Are you okay?
I'm thinking.
See? What if there were a better soda?
Hurry up!
Okay, I'm gonna freak out. It's a drive-thru, not a confession booth. Show of a poppy, please.
Okay, wait. 5 grams of sugar? That's actually an amazing call.
Good, right?
Uh-huh. It is good.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for a free estimate and save 20% plus $500 off your purchase and installation. LeafGuard. Get it today, protected for life.
Well, last year, several of the Padres' girlfriends, fiancés, and wives were asked to share their style and input on some new gear for Padres fans, specifically designed for women. I've got one of the jackets on because it is now here and available exclusively at the team store. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other items that they created.
On a gorilla. 187, I'm a flashing killer. 187, I'm 187, 187, I'm a flashing killer.
Big fan. I personally love the jacket that I have on. Two other jacket options, a crew neck and a really cute tee there. Love the vintage feel and nice color palette there as well. You can find more information at padres.com/team store. Again, available exclusively at the team store, a stadium exclusive. Now coming up here on the Padres TV, Manny Machado looks to extend his hit streak to a dozen as Padres host the Angels in the opener of the 6-game homestand. Enjoy the game.
Padres baseball is presented by Sequan Casino Resort, official casino partner of the San Diego Padres. And by your San Diego County Toyota dealers, a proud partner of the Padres. Now the Padres are so glad to be back at Petco Park in San Diego after a very lengthy and successful road trip in which the Padres won 6 out of 9 games. Back home, lots of sunshine here in San Diego, as you might imagine, warm temperatures, and they welcome the Los Angeles Angels to town for the first of 3 tonight.
Donnie, really good road trip. 6-3, traveling east. Hey, they could have won 1 or 2 more. I mean, I know in baseball you want to get greedy, you want to win some games, but they'll take the 6-3. Coming back home to Petco Park, where they are 14-4 downtown San Diego. Gotta love it.
Jackson Merrill back in the lineup today, a little under the weather yesterday in Colorado. And Michael King ready to take the field here and take the mound at Petco Park. First responders night here at Petco Park, waiting for each player at their collective positions.
We can't thank the men and women of the first responders for all that they do in our community, in our county, in our state, in our city of San Diego. Look at the smiles. Get a chance to meet Fernando Tatis Jr. How do you like that?
And now about 10,000 people are going to get to meet him right now, too, as he says hello. I'm Fernando. Ron Washington is here, the manager of the Angels, and the Angels lineup is brought to you by Appliance Alley. Zach Neto is leading off. He is the shortstop. Shonowell bats second with Moncada at third base. Soler is in right. It is Ward, the DH. Darno, the veteran catcher. Lugo is in left with Parrish in center. And Anderson at second base rounds out the starting nine for the Los Angeles Angels. Michael King on the mound for San Diego.
Oh, the king is on his throne. That is here at Petco Park. He's making his ninth start. The numbers are spectacular. Since being pulled on that opening day start against the Braves at home, he's got a .36 ERA across his last 4 home starts for Michael King.
Let's take a look at StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud.
I love the sinker. And I tell you what, for Michael King, the last 2 games, a 111 batting average. And what's the thing here? Those are in the zone. That tells you one thing. The opponents are really having a tough time squaring that pitch up in the zone because it's got such a lot of movement. 16 sinkers on those outs.
Padres defensively, left to right across the outfield, Lockridge, Merrill, and Tatis Jr. Third to first, Machado, Bogarts, Cronenworth, and Arise, with Diaz doing the catching for King.
Game 1 of 3, Halos Friars, downtown San Diego, stepping up to the plate for the Angels. Zach Neto stepping up to the mic. The play-by-play is the voice of the San Diego Padres, Don Orsillo. Don?
Thanks very much, Mudley. Here we go. Game 1, West Coast battle, California battle. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. We're underway. Zach Neto, the shortstop, at 268. 4 homers, 8 runs batted in. First 21 games of the year for Neto. There's a strike, 1-1. The sinker from King. Well, last time out, of course, Yankee Stadium. That had to be something for him to return there. Faced his old friends and teammates. Very comfortable in the Yankee Stadium now, that's for sure.
Yeah, he had to have the adrenaline pumping, but I tell you what, he kept inside all that pent up energy and went to work. Did not let it affect him one bit.
As you saw, he likes pitching here, that's for sure. Very comfortable at Petco Park, and evens a count of 2-2 with a sweeper. Taking his hitter's timeout with that second strike. They call him Swaggy as he stands in on the right side, waiting on a 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out on a changeup. Good start for King.
Breaking out the cambio early. Look at this one. Looks like out of the hand right down the middle, but the movement swings right over the top of it. When it gets to home plate and beyond to Diaz, it's off the plate, no chance. Right, not much you can do with that pitch there.
So 1 down. Nolan Shonowell will take a strike at the knees. 258, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. Strikeouts for this Angels team, 27%. Highest strikeout rate among batters this season.
And if Michael King's got that movement like we know he has, there might be a lot of punches tonight.
0-2 to Shonowell, and that was very close. Ball and 2 strikes.
That's that 2-seamer he tries to bring back in right there. Just missed. Good 0-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss, and Shonowell strikes out. Back-to-back Ks to start the night for King.
He's got the feel for that changeup. Got the righty, now the lefty. Bad hack from the left side there, way out in front of it.
2 down in the first now for Yohan Moncada. Moncada broke in with the Red Sox back in 2016. Member of the White Sox since then until this year, 2024, last year in Chicago. Fly ball headed to right center field, struck pretty well. Jackson Merrill going back at the wall, and he makes the catch right in front of the fence. Gives it a long ride to one of the deepest parts of the yard. Padres are coming up.
Man, these seats.
Right? I wonder how the other guys are doing.
I spent hours finding a deal on these.
Trash. You should have used Game Time. The easiest way to find only the best deals for the best seats with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
This tiny home trend, not for me. Now this is more like it. The same goes for my footwear. So I went hands-free with wide fit Skechers slip-ins. Just step in and go without bending down or touching my shoes. Wide fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins.
Ever since Bob and Sheila retired, they've been looking for ways to spice up their dinner plans. But with Home Chef, they never have to worry about the same old boring recipes. Bob and Sheila have a variety of menu options to choose from, whether it's calorie or carb conscious, gourmet picks from our culinary collection, or easy prep and quick clean-up sheet pan meals. Now dinner's its own work of art. Get 18 free meals, free shipping, and free dessert for life.
Bottom of the first inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Angels don't score at the top of the first. Padres lineup for Mike Schilt tonight. It is Tatis in right, Arise at first, Machado at third, Merrill in center. Bogarts at short with Sheets the DH. Diaz does the catching. Cronenworth back in there at second base, and Lockridge in left. Yusei Kikuchi on the mound tonight for the Angels.
Looking for his first win. 9th start, 6th on the road, 7th major league season. Winless in 8 starts. Hopefully the Padres can keep it at that.
Fernando not swinging at the first pitch.
Let's take a look at the numbers for Kikuchi there. 0-4. Not a bad ERA, but these Angels are not scoring a lot of runs.
Looks like he hides the baseball very well.
He does. He takes that ball out of his glove and he kind of, puts it down towards the side, and then bang, it's up on top of you. A herky-jerky delivery.
Strike at the knees.
He'll hide it behind his left thigh and then up to his cap and then bang. Kind of a short arm delivery.
Great numbers for Fernando. First 38 games, hitting at .320, 9 homers, 23 runs batted in. Foul off to the right, out of play. Look at this delivery. Yes.
There it is. Now watch him bring it up. Short arm, back of the cap. Right up on top of you.
1-2 pitch. In the air, foul off to the right again. Time for the Sequan Casino Resort scouting report.
Well, he rides the fastball up. He's got good tilt on that slider. He's changed his arm slot a little bit up on top to have more tilt. He's aggressive. He'll come out. But I tell you what, susceptible to the home run. He'll give up the homer. And 42 in the third. Going into this game, he's given up 6 homers.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Fernando. Went to a slider to get him.
This is the backdoor variety right here. You see, not really the best hack from Fernando, but with 2 strikes, you got to protect.
Kind of changed his mind in the middle of that swing. So 1 away, Luis Arise. A recipient of strike 1. Arise has slipped under 300. Kind of a quiet series in Colorado. 289. 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. Won't be long before he's back to 300 again.
He's one of those guys that gets the hits in bunches. Yeah, he'll rattle off. He'll go, 12 for 20 or something like that. Yeah, I'm always interested to find out how they play him defensively. Even with the bag at third, outfield going the other way.
There's a pop-up left side. Moncada, the third baseman, steps in front of Neto and makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Manny Machado, riding an 11-game hitting streak. 19 hits during the streak, and here's where they have gone.
And Manny is so dangerous because he uses the whole field. 14 singles, 4 doubles, they hit a homer, now 11-game streak since April 29th. Mostly to the pull side, but Manny will go the opposite way.
So very quietly, Manny has gotten this, well, maybe not so quietly, has gotten this batting average up to 324 at the moment. 3 homers, 20 runs batted in. Game 40 of the year for him, and this is team game number 40, by the way. So he's been in every one.
Yeah, and Manny will have the home runs. I mean, he'll hit them in bunches as well, we've seen. You see the numbers during that 11-game hitting streak.
That 324, by the way, leads the National League at the moment. Two American League foes here for the Padres, part of this homestand. First the Angels, and then the Mariners will be in. Slider missing. 3-1. Good spot for Machado. That's ball 4, and Manny down to first base. A 2-out base on balls. Let's check out what Kikuchi features.
Well, a good at-bat right there. Good plate appearance, I should say, for Manny. He saw some stuff down in the zone. What else does he feature? The 4-seamer, slider, changeup, sinker, sweeper, kind of like just for show. Try to get on that 4-seamer because, as I mentioned in the scouting report, he will be aggressive. And look at that 4-seamer, 340 average against. The slider's his best pitch. He will go to that in crunch time.
Well, after feeling under the weather yesterday, in the lineup today is Jackson Merrill. Feeling better and off to a fantastic start. First 14 games, 446. 4 homers, 16 runs batted in. Takes it to left center, and that's in for a base hit. Over is Paris to cut it off. Throw to third is going to hit Machado. He's safe, and up to second on the throw goes Jackson Merrill. Second and third with 2 down.
I love the intensity, the look in Jackson Merrill's eyes when he approaches the batter's box. Here he is, foot down, hands back. One hands it the opposite way. That's what makes him so dangerous. He can hit you with the long ball. He can split the gap on you. And you know what? Timing's everything. As this ball is thrown, as Don mentioned, you know, Manny doesn't have blazing speed, but he's going to try to take it. The ball hits him. It's not caught. He is safe. 2 runners in scoring position.
2 down, second and third. Xander Bogaerts now with a chance to do some damage. Most runs scored with 2 outs. Padres have 92.
Ooh, there's a sneaky 96 right there from Kikuchi. Well, you mix that in with a little slider, and you know what? That plays right into Xander's swing. If he throws him a slider in the zone, he could pull something down the line.
2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike. Fastball. We give the numbers for Kikuchi, who is winless, but he has not allowed more than 4 earned runs in any start this season. He just gets no run support.
Angels as a team aren't scoring any runs. They're only averaging 3, almost 3.5 per game.
Fly ball center field. Paris going back to the edge of the track to make the catch. It'll end the inning. The Padres will strand a pair. Done with 1 without a score.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for a free estimate and save 20% plus $500 off your purchase and installation. Leaf Guard. Get it today, protected for life.
All right. So that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses. Plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
Scoreless as we go to the second inning back at Petco Park in San Diego. Well, the injuries continue to pile up, and the most notable, of course, these two. Mike Trout, of course, 126 games, calf, back 43 games, hamate bone for 80, knee surgery 133, and that's from 21 through 24. Rendon, a lot of games missed as well. Rendon's currently on the 60-day. Trout right now on the IL, but they're hopeful to get him back, and was here working out, so he may be close.
Both guys that have proved over the course of their career when healthy, yes, game changers earlier in their career, longer in the tooth now, so stay tuned to that. But a lot invested in those two players and not a lot to show for it.
Jorge Soler off to a 6-home run start. 16 runs driven in, 233. To be followed by Taylor Ward and Travis d'Arnaud. King with 2 strikeouts in the first, enjoyed a 1-2-3 first.
Got to be careful here. 2-1. Oh, that ball's moving all over the place for Michael King. Got to find that release point. Even though the average isn't that hot, 6 homers for Soler.
Taylor Ward waiting on deck. Soler coming over from Atlanta. 3-1 pitch is carved foul off to the right, out of play. When Padres pitchers K9, you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. 3-2 pitch.
Oh, going back to the pitch count there.
Changed his mind.
Yeah, well, it looks like Diaz is pressing some buttons and Michael press some buttons.
Oh! Wow, ball 4.
Where did that miss?
Leadoff walk for Soler, and King just shaking his head, and Diaz turns and says something to Brennan Miller, home plate umpire.
I'll tell you what, I'd be upset as well, and rightfully so. Michael King, now it's time to just erase that. Try to work for a grounder right here.
Taylor Ward standing in, the DH. See if he can roll a double play ball here. Fouled off the shoe tops, tried to. Out aggressively is Diaz, but a foul ball. This 182 for the DH for the Angels, but he does have 8 home runs. 17 runs batted in, first 38 games of the year.
And this Angel team can hit the home run. If you keep him in the ball yard, you got a pretty good chance. Keep it on the ground.
Rise holding on. Soler at first base. There's a 1-1. Fouls it again. Down by his shins.
2 times that's happened. What's that mean? It's really tough to get on top and square up those pitches out of the hand of Michael King.
Sinker.
Yep.
Especially.
Got that right. It's a good one tonight.
Already 20 pitches for King. And elevates the fastball that time. Kind of took off. 2-2.
See, that's it's a good thing, bad thing as a sinker ball pitcher, especially with the one Michael King has. One is, yeah, you'll get your grounders, but at times you'll get those infield choppers where you get infield singles.
Swinging a foul like it's a piece of Diaz, painfully so. So home plate umpire Brendan Miller walking out to King to bring him the baseball. Professional courtesy here for Diaz. A little extra time.
Ouch, bad.
Two to Taylor Ward. Fouled off again, and he gets Diaz again.
Elias, oh my gosh. I'd say you got to be a special type of player to be. This one's off the foot.
Enough.
Yeah.
Diaz is right thinking.
And you know what? He's the type of guy who's like, okay, come on, let's go. He'll pump his fist and say, come on, let's make a pitch here.
More pain.
Gosh, it's unbelievable.
Two. And it's fouled off to the right out of play. Battle continues. 8th pitch of this plate appearance for Taylor Ward. 2-2 on the ground to third base. Could be 2. Machado for second for 1 on to first. It'll be late. They get the lead runner in Soler. But Ward reaches at first base with now 1 down in the inning.
Well, it looks like Ward's got some wheels. I mean, this ball is hit sharply right to the chest of Manny. Playing a little catch at the Keystone. Jake on the turn. He knows that he's got to get rid of it, and he just beats it out.
So 1 out, Ward at first, and Travis d'Arnaud. The veteran backstop. And brother, former Padre, Chase d'Arnaud. On the ground, down the third baseline foul.
Lowest average on non-fastballs. Look at the Angels at 188. The Nationals lead. Well, you know what? Michael King has got that slider. He's got that changeup. He's got that sweeper.
Strike called, it was at the knees.
Perfect pitch right there.
Those are catchers for some very good Atlanta Braves teams, including their championship.
Yeah, they've got Ohapi. He's the future. He's their guy, #1 guy. But it's always nice to have a guy like d'Arnaud, the veteran guy. You want a couple of catchers that pitching staffs really like throwing to, and that's the case with both the backstops for the Halos.
He broke in 2013 with the Mets. With the Mets through 2019, and the Dodgers briefly, Tampa Bay briefly, before going to Atlanta in 2020. And he was with the Braves for 5 seasons. Year 1 here with the Halos. Swing and a miss, and King strikes him out. Third strikeout from Michael King, 2 down.
It's another changeup. Third strikeout, third changeup. There it is, to the heart of the plate, and let the ball do the work. That's the beauty of that pitch. You can see he's way out in front of it.
So 2 down, Ward at first, and it brings up Lugo for the first time. Hot shot picked at third by Machado. He'll go to second for the force out, no problem. You know why? He's Manny Machado. Michael King appreciates it. Inning and a half done without a score from San Diego. Hot shot, no problem.
So that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses. Plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
Are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
The true West has no fences. There's an edge, but you gotta find it. Find comfort from the traditions that help define it, and the confidence from having the courage to defy it. But being brave isn't about being different. It's about being yourself. Now, we might not need more people in the West, but would it hurt to have a little more West in the people?
Scoreless as we go to the home half of the second inning. Well, it's the best of both worlds with the Padres reversible retro bucket hat presented by UC San Diego Health. Limited to the first 40,000 fans in attendance on Wednesday, May 14th. You can wear the hat at least 50 ways and rep the 1984 team or the 98 team. Visit Padres.com/giveaway.
That's the beauty of it. The choice is yours. Come on out and join in the fun and get yours.
Absolutely. That's my favorite. I mean, of all the ways you wear it, we've seen it now for quite some time. I like that one a lot. I know you like the other one because you wore the other logo.
I like them all, really.
There's a ground ball to second base, right at Tim Anderson. Throws out Gavin Sheets. First out here of the second inning. Score a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box after a Padres home run with the purchase of a large drink. So one down here in the second inning for Elias Diaz. Diaz bats seventh tonight, 29 games, hitting at .263. A little slip there. Not sure what's going on. He's got a tie problem here.
Longer laces.
They are very long.
Wow. You know what? You know what I've seen happen before? Guys get their cleats caught in a loop, in a lace like that.
Yep.
I mean, that's a lot of excess lace.
It's too much lace.
It is. Excess lace could be the name of my new band.
Whoa!
Hey, see?
That's what took him down.
That's what took him down.
Wow. You got to double those up, I think. I don't know that he doubled them up. You got to double them up to make it smaller.
Yeah.
To have that happen again.
Yeah, those are too long.
The loops are too long.
Yes.
No 2. Popped up right around second base. Second baseman Tim Anderson. 2 down. Bring up Jake Cronenworth with 2 away here in the second inning. Sun setting off to the left. Lots of blue sky above Petco Park.
So good to be home.
That was a very long trip.
Yes, it was.
Feels like Pittsburgh was about a month ago.
I agree.
Cronenworth batting out of the 8th spot in the Padres order.
Jake's got to keep that front side in there, that front hip, that front shoulder towards the left-hander. Think opposite field or straight up the middle. Guys start pulling off lefty on lefty. That's when you run into trouble. Easier said than done.
One-two is slap foul off to the left-hand play. We'll do it again. 1-2. There's that 95 on the fastball. Let's see the difference between home and road for Kikuchi. Well, at home, a 1.65 ERA. At the Big A, not so much. Away from the Big A.
Good take right there on the breaking ball. Jake does have a homer this year off a lefty.
Two, and that is strike three, gets him looking. Second strikeout for Kikuchi, who has a 1-2-3 second inning through two without a score.
Top of the third, Padres Angels scoreless here at Petco Park. Mike Pomeranz joining Don and Mud up here in the booth. Beautiful night for baseball. Nice night already for Michael King. He's been so much fun to watch for a million reasons. We thought, though, we would show you part of why he's effective, and it's the movement. Take you back to his last start at Yankee Stadium. Yes, he's a former Yankee, knows them well, facing Trent Grisham. The sinker, the sweeper, the change, all filthy, all tunnel out of one spot and move in various different ways. But what makes him seemingly so challenging when I talk to Ruben Niebla is how much plate width a hitter has to cover to even face Michael King. For example, he's among the best in baseball with what we call arm side runs. So whether it's the change or the two-seamer, going to his arm side, among the best in baseball. As well, tough to his glove side. So you're talking about covering about 35 inches or about a yard of width if you're a hitter when you try to attack Michael King. Not easy for any offense to do.
You got to pick a part of the plate, I think. Keep it simple. If you think as a hitter you're facing a guy like Michael King who's got movement all over the place, and there's another prime example, that sweeper. If you're going to try to cover the whole plate, I think you're in trouble. I think you have to somewhat guess and pick out a spot. Inside, outside, maybe there's a trend. But I tell you what, with the stuff, Don, that he has, he can go to 4 or 5 pitches. And if he's on his game, hitters are going to have a tough night.
So I agree with you to a degree. I think if you pick a spot, the problem is it's not going to be in that spot where you think it's going to be.
That's why you have to react
between
the other way.
Sweeper and his sinker, it ends up in completely different places. So it's like the concept, I agree with you. You got to think that way, but it looks like a strike, and then all of a sudden it's very much not.
You know, when you cut a plate in half, if that's your approach as a hitter, the other part of that is, I would think, handling the velocity. You got to become a guess hitter in that regard, because to your point, he can either take that two-seam fastball, say, into a righty, or run the four-seamer up under your chin. So you respect that pitch, because he's still throwing 95. This isn't like a soft-tossing guy. I wonder if there's a way to get to him. It's just run up that pitch count and hope he's his own worst enemy.
I think some guys guess, too. If I count score of the game, inning of the ball game. I think hitters go up there and they guess. Okay, I've seen this guy 2-3 times. We've watched video. Maybe they've got some type of trend that they're thinking. I don't know what the case. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But as a hitter, I think you get to a count where you pretty much guess.
There's a gapper that is going to get by Fernando, backed up by Merrill, who spins and fires to second base. And into second base is Tim Anderson with the first Angels hit. It's an extra base hit, a double. And Anderson in scoring position instantly.
Let's see what pitch this is. Okay, that's a breaking ball. See, it's poorly located, though. Michael wanted that one down and away. Now, as a hitter, even though it's a nasty pitch, it's a sweeper, and the break, whatever, it's in a poor spot, and Anderson inside outs that one to the gap. Now, if it's down and away where he wants it, it's a different story. So these hitters are so good, too, that they can recognize a pitch if it's a mistake and put a hurting on it.
Curious, I know you talked to Ruben. You mentioned him earlier. How much Ruben's impact changed King when he came to San Diego? Did you get any feel for that as to what Ruben worked on with him, or if he did anything at all really to change anything that he was doing before?
Well, Ruben told me, look, he's quick to point out the Yankees clearly recognized something too. They moved him into the rotation as well. For Ruben, it was a matter in his mind of just getting Michael to be himself and just extend himself a little bit in this regard, and that is his willingness to throw certain pitches that he wouldn't throw in other counts in New York. Just, hey, you know what, that pitch is good enough to throw behind in the count, and you have to get a hitter to honor that. If you go like he did there, away and down with a pitch, don't be afraid to double up. Don't be afraid to go inside. Don't be afraid to try to backdoor somebody with the two-seamer. It really just became a matter of saying, your stuff is good enough to play here. It was just rare, according to Ruben, that you see a reliever with that vast a repertoire that wasn't made a starter years prior.
Well, I'm just amazed by Ruben in general, and the last two guys that he's done with guys who had been in the bullpen primarily and made them into starters. And last year I felt like King got stronger as the year went on, which just blows my mind, to be honest with you. But he did the same thing with Seth Lugo the year before. So I mean, I think he's just excellent. This is to the left, deep and far, struck well, and it is gone. Zach Neto turns around a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a 2-run home run, and the Angels lead it 2-0.
Sometimes hitters will take some pitches to work the count in their favor, and it looks like that's what Neto did this at bat. Let's go back to the first pitch. Righty on righty. Misses way inside. So Neto say, okay, the sinker, spitting on the slider. I really got the count in my favor. Okay, I'll give you that one. Now it's 3-1. That's a flat four-seamer right down the middle. He just did not locate on that one. And this is something the Angels do. They hit homers.
Shonowell grounds one to first base, and a rise will flip to King, who covers for out number 2.
See, this is why the Yankees didn't want to include Michael King in the deal, because I was talking to some Yankee people. As a reliever, you know, you've got all those pitches. Now the Padres have tapped into a guy who usually a starter has maybe 2 really good pitches, maybe a third as a bonus. Michael King got 4. I mean, that are above average. Would you guys agree with me?
Yes,
right?
Very much. And then, you know what Ruben said, too, that he adds to his repertoire, and I get it, he's having a couple of hitters here who've gotten to him a little bit, but bigger picture, that deception, that crossfire delivery, another reason he's tough to pick up, I'd imagine, Bud.
Well, that's the other thing, too. I mean, you would never teach that, right? I mean, he's always talking about people wanting to change him since Little League.
He's been used to it ever since he was a kid, so why change?
It screams injury, though he's had none.
His body is used to it, right? And some guys are just put together a certain way. If you taught a guy to do that, he'd probably blow out his elbow, blow out his shoulder. Michael King's been doing it ever since he's been throwing a baseball, and you know what? His body is used to it.
That's a strike on the inside edge to make it 2-1. Juan Moncada flied out to the warning track in the first inning. We're talking about pitch count. It is getting up there. It's 48 right here, and it's fouled off to the left out of play. This early in the game anyway, 2 2/3.
Well, one thing Michael has done, he's shown he can make an adjustment. Always look at after a home run how a pitcher adjusts, and this is the number 3 hitter. Tough part of the lineup for any lineup. See if we can get that last out quickly. Yeah.
You know, something else to keep in mind with King, if you're out there thinking there are others out there like him, there really aren't. If you look at metrics, if you're into like Baseball Savant, and some of the fans I know are into that, his stuff is plus, elite.
Swing and a miss, and Mancana strikes out. It's 5 Ks for King, but a 2-run shot for Neto.
One other thing, it is Mental Health Day, so I do think it's important. I think every day should be Mental Health Day because, you know, being able to take care of how you think and how you emotionally feel about yourself and others is very important, and I'm glad the organization is acknowledging that. You know, that self-love is important, and just a reminder for us and everybody to just be good to yourselves.
As you just heard from Mike Schilt, mental health is something that impacts all of us, and it is just as important as our physical health. And that's why earlier today we saw players and coaches wearing these mental health is everyone's game t-shirts, and he had one of them on earlier today, had them on during batting practice to help raise awareness and show support this Mental Health Awareness Month. So just remember, talking about stress, anxiety, or whatever you might be going through, it matters. And take a look here at those shirts that I was referencing there. So mental health is everyone's game. You can call 1-888-724-7240 or visit www.up2sd.org for more support 24/7, 365 days a year. And just always remember to be kind to yourself, check in on your friends and your loved ones. It can make all of the difference. Back to you guys.
Well said, Mariluz. Thanks very much.
Mariluz, nicely done. And I just want to elaborate. 2 points. One is what you mentioned. Call a friend you haven't called in a while. Touch base with them. See how they're doing. Tap into their life, and you would be amazed at what a phone call can do for somebody and their mental health, right? You never know what they're going through. 2, this is me personally editorializing. If I was an administrator of a school, elementary school, there would be a period in class, half hour. Kids get to go outside, find a quiet place, and daydream for a half hour. You get to sit by yourself, sit under a tree, go find a quiet place, and just daydream. Let your mind wander. Explore. Donnie, back to the game. No, seriously. I think that's important.
2-1 pitch coming here to Fernando, and a swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm sure you enjoy sitting down with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee outside, just listening to the birds and listening to the waves and listening to the nature, right?
Yes, I do it in the mini yacht.
Yeah,
all the time.
That's good for your mental health.
I enjoy it. I think that's part of why I like fishing so much.
Yeah,
because I rarely catch fish, but I enjoy being out there, and I think that's all part of what you're talking about. I think.
Absolutely.
Okay. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, shallow right. So they're going to bad break. He went back. Now comes in. And into the slide, recovers to make the catch for out number 2. Here's a look at our wire cam, presented by Defy. Not the first time we've seen it tonight, but the first time that Defy brings it to you.
It's a great look. I love it.
Lisa Rise 0 for 1. He's popped out to third base. First time up. Bounces in. And Arise will take it for a ball. 2-1. There's a curveball that time from Kikuchi. So it was a tough trip for the Angels. They're here at Petco Park. Then they go on to Dodger Stadium and take on the Dodgers. There's a liner into center field and a base hit for Arise. His first hit of the night, second hit of the night for San Diego.
Well, he got to the slider. It's his best pitch, but where is it thrown? Lefty on lefty. Well, he turns on it. Yeah, Arise has shown over the course of this season and last when he's required, he could clean it out, and he dumps that one in the center field.
So 2 down. Arise at first for Manny Machado. Padres trying to answer the 2-run deficit here. 2-run shot by Neto. Swing and a miss. Challenge time right there, and it's by him.
Oh, yeah. Manny wanted to tie it up right there.
Doesn't matter whether it's lefties or righties. 320 plus.
Ooh.
Whoa, Kikuchi wanted that. That was very close to showing up the umpire, I think.
Yeah, watch his reaction after this pitch right here. Call the ball.
Wow.
That's a strike, but he didn't get the call.
Umpires don't like that, though, right?
No, they don't like that.
They frown upon that.
Yeah.
Disengagement. Still frustrated, not over it. Strike call. Changeup seemed to fool him. Just hits on breaking balls. Manny Machado, 21.
Does he get a slider right here?
Got a four-seamer and fouled it back. Two and two. Not competitive pitch right there. Changeup running away. Next pitch will be 50 for Kikuchi with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Full count. Arise can get a start at first base. One thing you want to think about too when you're thinking about pitch counts, getting to that Angels bullpen is very advantageous. Not good. Line to center field, and that's going to get it for a base hit. Arise with a good read, takes 3rd. Padres have runners at the corners with 2 down.
Remember, we just mentioned about Manny Machado hitting the breaking ball. That was a slider, and it went right into the swing path of the Padres 3rd baseman. Here it is. There's a slider. Watch contact. Middle in. Kept his head down to the pull side. And the Padres got action with 2 outs.
Manny's got a 12-game hitting streak, too. First and 3rd with 2 down here in the inning. And here's Jackson Merrill. Well, the 2-run lead, very rare for Kikuchi. You mentioned Angels don't usually give him much run support. They've only scored 4 total runs this season with him on the mound coming into today. Now he's got a lead, trying to keep it, and there's a base hit into right field. Arise will score. Machado's headed to third. Padres are on the board as they cut the Angels' lead in half. Jackson Merrill driving in the run.
These are the situations that Jackson Merrill loves to be in. He gets a fastball, he jumps all over it. Nice job by Manny avoiding being hit with that struck baseball. And once again, first and third. The kid can flat out hit.
Merrill, 6 straight multi-hit games. He's got 2 already tonight. Barry Enright out there, the pitching coach for Los Angeles. All of this coming with 2 down.
First pitch offering to Xander this season, hitting 385. Let's see if he is being aggressive early. Gets a good pitch to rip at.
Strike 1, outside edge, well placed.
Yeah, that's one of those pitches as a hitter. You tip your cap. Okay, you hit your spot. Not much I could have done with that pitch.
In this spot, hitting at 278. Driving in 7.
The hole on the right side is huge. I mean, when you look at the fielders, the whole right side is wide open.
Grounded back to the mound. Kikuchi's got it. He drops it, stays with it, throws it away. From third comes Machado. Merrill's going to try to get in as well. Here comes the throw. He will. Padres take a 3-2 lead. There are errors, and then there's that. It leads to 2 runs.
This Padre team with 2 outs, I mean, he rushed it, couldn't find the handle, rushes to throw. Everybody is off and running. Jackson in safely. Don't sleep on the Padres. Manny's getting a little help too, a little direction, a little air traffic control going on right there. Get down and slide to the foul side. Nice job. Total yard sale right there on that play.
Bogarts at second, 2 down. Sheets coming off a tremendous series in Colorado, 7 for 15. The home run knocked in 7 runs in that series against the Rocks. Month of May, in fact, has been very good. 429. You know, that non-strike call seemed to really mess with Kikuchi in this inning. He had been cruising to that point, and now not so much, including an error of his own. Now a base hit into left field. Bogarts being waved around. Here comes the throw to the plate. He will be out at the plate if he holds on to the baseball. He does, and he is out. That took a very long time. As the home plate umpire, Brennan Miller, waited to make sure that Darno had the baseball. He did. The Padres will not challenge. The errant throw by Kikuchi leads to 2 runs as Merrill scores all the way from first base on it. It's 3-2 Padres. 3-2, Padres have lead over the Angels as we move to the 4th inning. Celebrate Heritage Nights and take home limited edition Padres gear. On Friday, May 16th, celebrate Puerto Rican heritage, and on Wednesday, June 11th, celebrate Japanese heritage. Your theme game package includes a unique Padres hat and game ticket. Secure your Padres.com/theme games ticket right away.
Theme game, Donnie. Remember, it's a theme game. Got to buy that ticket.
It's not a regular ticket.
No.
It's a theme game ticket.
It's well worth it.
Soler to lead it off. King now working with the lead for the first time tonight. The Padres scored a bunch of unearned runs in the Rocky series, 9 of them. And so far 2 tonight. Yeah, you kind of taking what they give you.
Oh, yeah. Worst feeling for a pitcher, too. The ball you feel cleanly, you cannot find the handle. Next thing you know, you're throwing it away and a couple of runs score.
That's strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Michael King.
It brought back the sinker. Watch the movement on this one. That's a beautiful pitch. The old wiffle ball from the Kingfish.
One down here in the 4th inning for Taylor Ward. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. Angels will hit home runs, and he does have 8. Hot shot to the left side into left field, a base hit. A 1-out single for Taylor Ward. 3rd hit of the night for the Halos. One out, one on. And Travis d'Arnaud coming up. d'Arnaud, a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. And 6 strikeouts from Michael King on the night. Broken back grounder towards third base. Manny Machado has one play. It's at first, and Arise makes the catch, but his glove hand, gets kicked.
Oh, that could be nasty.
He is in some pain as he walks all the way behind the mound from first base. Throw was low and into the runner, and that hurt. He's able to hold on to the baseball, though, which is amazing. Ben Frazier, the athletic trainer, checking on him.
I think Luis Ariz is finding that playing first base is become a contact sport. Of course, remember the collision at first base that put him out for about 10 days. And now this throw up the line. And we've seen some nasty injuries when guys have to go inside the line of the runner and catching the baseball and then making contact with that runner. It's almost like getting a twig put in your spokes. You know, you're riding your bike and you throw a stick in the spokes there. Oh.
Well, they got the tag done painfully. Throw into the runner, really, into that path. Nice pick. So Ward takes second, 2 down here in the 4th inning. Matthew Lugo grounded into a fielder's choice, first time up. Takes strike 1, top of the zone.
My goodness.
That low strike call hasn't been there for either guy, really.
You're right. Nope.
60 pitches now for King with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Fouled straight back, 2-2. A sweeper that time from King. Struck out Soler to begin the inning. Ward with a base hit to left. Darno grounds out to third, and now battling with Matthew Lugo, the count of 2-2. That's away. Kyren Paris waiting on deck here for Los Angeles. Payoff pitch to left field. Lockridge coming in. We'll get there. 3.5 in the books. Padres have a 3-2 lead.
I'm Jesse's uncertainty, and I really thought house projects were my time to shine. One little, "Are you sure?" He gets stuck before he even got started. But Jesse's changed. Because of Thumbtack. With their guides, he knows exactly what to do and who to hire. And his house is looking great. Where does that leave me?
Uncertainty doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
Ever since Bob and Sheila retired, they've been looking for ways to spice up their dinner plans. But with Home Chef, they never have to worry about the same old boring recipes. Bob and Sheila have a variety of menu options to choose from, whether it's calorie or carb conscious, gourmet picks from our culinary collection, or easy prep and quick clean-up sheet pan meals. Now dinner's its own work of art. Get 18 free meals, free shipping, and free dessert for life.
Padres have lead over the Angels as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Create unforgettable memories at a 2025 Padres game with a group of friends or family. Hospitality spaces are the perfect setting to socialize while making game day easy with all-inclusive food and beverages packages. Book your outing today at Padres.com/groups. A lot of groups here tonight for game 1 of this 3-game series against the Angels. Angels took a 2-0 lead. Padres come back with 3 of their own on the bottom of the 3rd, and it's on to the bottom of the 4th. Elias Diaz will foul the first one back. He popped out to the second baseman, Tim Anderson, in the 2nd inning. Last 10 games, Diaz hitting at .429. A couple of home runs mixed in for the veteran catcher. .61 pitches for Kikuchi. Working here into the 4th inning and dealing with the bottom 3rd of the Padres order. With Diaz, Cronenworth, and Lockridge expected here in the inning. In the air down the right field line. Soler racing into foul ground. Will drop the baseball. He got to the short fencing and cannot make the catch. Got to the baseball too.
Oh, that wall creeping up on him a little bit. Kind of pulls up just a little bit and does not extend enough. And another chance. Another chance for Diaz.
Flared foul down the right field line, out of play. No-2 pitch. Well, I guess they thought it was The fact that he had to go so far, no error on the play at all. He was there, no question, just didn't catch it.
Yep. Those are the ones that, even though it's not an error, those are the ones the outfielder, infielder saying, please make a pitch. Please get an out.
Diaz battling away here. First hitter of this bottom of the 4th inning. Grounded by the mound towards shortstop. Neto on the run and in time to get Diaz. So 1 out brings up Jake Cronenworth. Starting to get darker here in San Diego. Lights taking effect.
Yeah, more clouds come into play too. It's really clear. Very few clouds now. Cloud covered as the sun sets.
Now marine layer is not far behind.
Meteorologist Don Orsillo.
Well, I just know it's that time of night here in San Diego. It just rolls in from the bay.
Marine layer.
Marine layer.
Yep.
It just settles in right at about the warning track is where it starts.
It's like a force field.
It really is incredible. Balls that look like they are going to fly out of here just come to a halt because it hits the marine layer. My seafaring friend, Mudley. 2-0 pitch. Three and 0. Brandon Lockridge waiting on deck.
Hey, if Jake likes the 3-0, hit a homer. Why not?
I'll take ball 4 and head down to first base. Second walk handed out by Kikuchi. Now a quick word from Jack in the Box.
New Nashville hot and barbecue potato chip flavor popcorn chicken. Can you handle this munch crunch?
Well, Kikuchi, who has not been the same since not getting a strike call, made a throwing error that led to 2 runs and giving the Padres a lead. Now a 1-out walk to number 8 hitter. Here's the number 9 hitter in Lockridge. Strike 1, well placed on the slider. Lockridge grounded out to Yohan Moncada at third base in the 3rd inning. Line and caught. That'll be 2. Tags the bag. Nothing Cronenworth could do. And that will end the inning. Through 4, 3-2 San Diego.
Right this second, at some drive-through somewhere,
I'll have a...
someone really wants a soda. Which just feels like a whole lot of sugar to have in broad daylight.
Hello?
She's thinking.
Are you okay?
I'm thinking.
See? What if there were a better soda?
Okay, I'm gonna freak out. It's a drive-through, not a confession booth. Show of a poppy, please.
Okay, wait. 5 grams of sugar? That's actually an amazing call.
Good, right?
Uh-huh. It is good.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis. But Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than old-school pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got you. See if Sparks are right for you at ro.co/sparks.
Time for the top tier plays presented by Arco.
Well, talking about Michael King and the through 4 innings, 6 strikeouts, 3 on the changeup, 2 on the sweeper, 1 on the sinker. This goes back to what Mike Pomerantz was talking about, the movement and out of the release point and then into the strike zone. So many different movements, so many different areas around the plate where he gets the strike called or the swing and miss. Michael King is on his game. He's got a run to work with as we go to the top of the 5th. Here's Don.
Next monthly, Kyron Paris to lead it off here for the Angels. .64 pitches for King as he works in the 5th. Big swing and a miss at the sweeper. King coming in individually, 4-1 with a 2.22 ERA. Strike 2. Sinker that time. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 7 for Michael King.
Talk about expanding the strike zone right there. Wow. Put this in your scouting report. 2 strikes, sweeper, look at out of the hand. Looks like it's going to be the outside corner. And Paris goes down swinging.
1 away, Tim Anderson. Anderson with a double and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. Remember the White Sox from 2016 through 2023. They had 65 games in Miami. And an Angel for the first time this year. Top foul. The 20 home runs with the White Sox back in 2018.
He's been playing a good second base as well. Up the middle, he can play him at short second base, but he's been doing quite well for the Angels at the Keystone.
Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Foul tip into the catcher's mitt. The changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts, 8 in all for King.
Well, he has had strikeouts on the changeup. First 2 of the night were on changeups. First 3, check that. And then the sweeper's been working. So what's that doing? Both sides of the plate. 2 separate pitches going 2 different ways for the swing and miss.
Well, he's got 8 strikeouts in tonight's outing. He had a combined 8 strikeouts in his last 2 starts, only 2 in New York, and 6 against the San Francisco Giants here at Petco Park. But 8 of them tonight against the Angels. To center, Merrill over to left center, dives and makes the catch. Jackson Merrill, some Merrill madness defensively. From right center to left center, Jackson Merrill says no.
All right, So that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses. Plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
This is Fubo. It's a better way to watch ESPN and other top sports networks. Plus, get coverage of your local teams all year long. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Ooh, that's a lovely view. What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
Over the Angels as we go to the bottom of the fifth. There's a look at our wire cam presented by Defy. Here's Fernando, lead it off. Tatis, Arise, Machado. Anybody gets on, we may see Jackson Merrill. To center field, struck pretty well. Paris headed back at the wall. Nando leaves the yard. Home run number 10 of the year for Fernando. Padres take a 4-2 lead.
Oh, it's got that sound, doesn't it? Mentioned it earlier that Kikuchi susceptible to the homers. Fernando going El Centro.
Now Rise will take strike one. Grounded by on the mound, Tim Anderson. Quickly, sidearm gets it to first base for out number one. Well, Padres fans, you just scored a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box with tonight's Padres home run. Thanks, Toddy.
Be sure to slap some cheese on that thing while you're at it. Like he slapped that thing out of the ballpark.
Here's Machado. Curveball from Kikuchi. Walk and a single, extended the hitting streak to 12 games with a base hit to center in the third inning. So Fernando, by the way, has a 6-game hitting streak now, and RBIs in 5 of those 6 games as well. So not only hits, but driving in runs.
What a great leadoff hitter.
And Machado's always enjoyed his time against the Angels. And behind Joe Mauer. Takes it the other way into right field, base hit. A little trouble for Soler, but no further advance for Machado. Second hit of the night, third time he's been aboard.
You know, earlier we talked about Manning and the hits, the spray chart, right? Look at this right here. Look at that ball's right down the middle. Four-seamer at 95. Just let the barrel do the work. Take it to the opposite field.
One out, one on for Jackson Merrill. Six straight multi-hit games. Guys had 8 last year. On the ground to first base, Shonowell throws to second. They get the out there barely. Neto reaching back with his foot. That throw to the third base side. And Machado is retired for the second out on the force out. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam, and this was a huge error by Kikuchi. It led to 2 runs.
Caught it, couldn't find the handle, rushed it, threw it away. Everybody's off and running. It's a track meet. Manny's telling him to get down, and Jackson slaps home plate. Padres take the lead. Trying to add on here.
Here's Xander Bogaerts with Merrill at first, 2 down. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. Bogaerts reaching on that error. His first AB flied out to center field back in the first inning. So remember, Kikuchi coming into this outing individually 0-4.
Yeah.
And now down 4-2, and the Padres won't be long before they see that Angels bullpen.
Yeah, Don, you mentioned it earlier, that bullpen, just a refresher course. Not good. 6.94 ERA.
Ouch. That's 85 pitches now for Kikuchi.
As a team for a run, Washington's Angels as a team 5.20 ERA going in tonight. Starters of 4.13. Their best go around, the starter ERA.
Check on Merrill, back to the bag. Wild swing and a miss for Xander. Well, just relaxing.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool look right there. Just taking it in.
Hit a home run and relax.
Because he can.
Swing and a miss. Bogaerts down on strikes on the changeup. But the damage, it's been done. Leadoff home run by Fernando. He's into double figures now. That's 10. Padres have a 4-2 lead. We're through 5 in San Diego. It's fire. Four to 2, Padres on top as we move to the 6th inning. Well, MLB is partnering with Crisis Text Line to increase mental health awareness. Free 24/7 confidential support in English and in Spanish. Text MLB is 741-741. Sixth inning and a first pitch strike from Michael King. Nolan Shonowell 0 for 2.
They call him Shawnee.
Yeah, check swing foul. Shawnee almost just took out Moncada on deck. Leading in the on deck circle. Goes right at him.
Yeah, you always got to keep your eye on the baseball no matter where you're at.
King with 8 strikeouts for them on changeups, season high. Is lined to right field, and this is a foul ball.
You see Luis Ariz at first. He's playing umpire right down there, along with Jeremy Rehak. He was pointing foul right with him.
The only difference is that it's Jeremy Rehak's job.
Look at, he's making the call before he does.
Yep. He was right. It's my job. I will make the calls, okay? Oh, 2 pitch. In the ear to left as Lockridge back and over to make the catch, route number 1. They'll bring up Yohan Moncada. And 0 for 2 night for the Angels third baseman. Flied out deeply to right center field, to the warning track. In fact, right in front of the wall in the first inning, then struck out swinging in the third.
How about Moncada wearing Pujols' number? What do you got on that? I think if I was equipment manager, I'd kind of put that one on the side.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until just now. You're right. Just kind of leave it out of the rotation.
Yeah.
Line to right, and that is in for a base hit quickly by Tatis to the wall. Moncada's headed for second base, and he'll get there standing. A 1-out double. Cleans this one out.
Yeah, it's a four-seamer. Let's watch the glove. That's where he wants it, right? That's where he wants it. And you know, I'm not saying this is the case right here, but Moncada, he gets to that one, right? Maybe he's looking for that four-seamer. Maybe he's looking in the middle part of the plate, because he hit that one with some authority.
So 1 out, Moncada at second base, and here's Jorge Soler. Walk and a strikeout. Two 2-0. Action for the first time. Jeremiah Estrada up in the Padres pen. Taylor Ward waiting on deck for Los Angeles.
I'll be careful right here. Just don't want to lay it in there.
3-0. And that's ball 4. So missing away. The second walk allowed by King. There's 2 Angels on here all of a sudden. Tying run at first base just like that.
And you know what? We're going to have a visit from the pitch doctor, but I'm telling you what, that sequence, it kind of, I don't know if Michael King, that especially that 3-0 pitch, wanted to give him much, because now you got a double play in order with Ward coming up.
King has only completed 6 innings twice this season, and trying to get through the 6th here. 5 1/3 deep, and at 87 pitches. And so far, he's doing a lot of the talking.
Let's see what the fog has to say right here and how Michael King reacts. You know, that's one thing I've noticed about Ruben is that when he goes out there, you know, the catcher will do some talking, the pitcher will do some talking. It's not just like, hey, I'm the pitching coach, here's what I'm going to say. It's a team effort.
It's a collaboration.
Yes. Hey, what do you think? How do you feel? Here's what I think. Let's make a pitch right here, get 2.
First and second, 1 away for Taylor Ward. Strike 1. Starts him with a sweeper. In this spot, just 189 for Ward.
Working it in, working it out. Staying out of the heart of the plate. Looking for a weak contact up to 2 strikes.
Calling his pitches, keeping it on that right hip.
He's grounded into 2 double plays this season.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
Ground ball, third base. Manny Machado, second for 1. On to first, thrown away. And from third base comes Moncada with the third Angels run. Thought they had it. Soler retired on the force out, but Ward reaches and takes second base. And Moncada scores.
Well, Michael King made a pitch. Good feed to second, just up the line. It's a tough go around for Luis Arraez. That throw was on the outfield side, big time at first base.
So we've got a pitching change. 91 pitches for King, who leaves after 5 2/3 innings. Padres holding on to a 4-3 lead. Four-3, Padres holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. Jeremiah Estrada takes over.
20th game, inherits a runner in scoring position, and for Jeremiah Estrada, has been throwing the ball extremely well. Look at the whip at .87. And he's a strike thrower, a hard thrower. Up in the zone, splitter, like that. Swing and miss pitch. He's got that slider as well that we just saw right there.
1 for 1 against Estrada with a home run is Travis d'Arnaud. He was 0 for 2 against King. Sprays it foul off to the right out of play. Well, after being untouchable for most of the year, first 34 games, 24 earned runs, a 1.65 ERA. Last 5, the pen has been touched up a little bit.
I think every bullpen is going to go through spurts, right? I don't think a bullpen at the big league level can sustain a 1.6, whatever ERA in the course of a season. And I think these guys have shown they can make adjustments along the way to a rebound. They've got that good of stuff.
Turns on this, but out ahead foul.
Strike 2.
Tying run, scoring position, and Taylor Ward. They're charged to Cronenworth on the throw, and a pitch up at 98, not close. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Four-seam fastball at 99. A run for the Angels, 4-3 Padres. Well, game break coming to you from San Francisco, where Corbin Carroll's going off. 2 home runs tonight. He's 12th and 13th. Diamondbacks leading the Giants right now 2-1. They're 2 solo shots. But still, after his Rookie of the Year season, he comes back as a really tough season last year for most of the year. This year, back to being Corbin Carroll again in a big way.
Giants looking to avoid a season worst 4th straight loss tonight.
Thanks, John. As we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. That's pretty good, John Miller, right there. I thought it was pretty good.
You.
Yeah, you do that quite well.
Well, it's
you got a lot of people.
It's
you
more
can do.
it's more the cadence, the way John speaks. By the way, I could listen to John Miller read a phone book.
He's awesome.
He's the best.
Gavin Sheets making his way plateward here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And time to get that run back that the Angels got last half inning. It'll be the 3rd time around against the left-hander for Gavin Sheets.
As this inning begins, the Angels get their pen busy. Right down the middle from Kikuchi. 88 pitches for Kikuchi. Sheets has grounded to second and single to left. Did he go? No, he did not. Well, he connects. Hits it hard. Largest increase in hard hit percentage. Plus 21.5 last season of this year. And 56.8 hard hit rate for the year in its entirety right now. Brock Burke first up for the Halos. Sheets, Diaz, Cronenworth scheduled to bat here in the home half of the 6th inning. Broken bat. Grounder, lots of spin. Mancada had a check up on him, but he gets it across in time to get Sheets for the first out. That changed direction on him. That was crazy. He was showing him how it was done.
Yeah, and he snapped that shillelagh.
Extra spin.
Tremendous spin off that bat. Yeah, that ball checks up. It looked like he was going to go bare hand side and then had check up on him glove side. Nice reaction, nice play by Mancada.
One down for Elias Diaz. Diaz 0 for 2. He's popped out to second. Has grounded out to short. Pitch 95 for Kikuchi coming up. Most he's thrown is 104. He's done it twice. Swing and a miss. The changeup still working pretty well for him. That second strike. Diaz taking his hitter's timeout. Now he'll climb back in the box. Swing and a miss, and back-to-back changeups. Getting Diaz. 4th K for Kikuchi. 2 down. The Padres and Mariners just announced the Vedder Cup, partnering with Pearl Jam frontman Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Eddie Vedder. The winner of the season series will now claim the official Vedder Cup. Fans can purchase a Vedder Cup theme game package on Saturday, May 17th. Padres host the Mariners. Learn more at padres.com/Vedder.
I smell a good fishing cap coming your way, Donald.
It is a good one. This one is in the air down the left field line. Over is Lugo to make the running catch. He ran a mile into foul ground to make the grab. We're going to the 7th, 4-3 San Diego. Time now for the Allstate Good Hands replay.
Oh, Manny Machado, he's always fun to watch them. They're diving to his left. Thrown to second base. Took away a base hit. And you know what happens there. Michael King likes it. He just got Machado.
To the 7th we go.
That's a Monopoly card. I think Manny just bought Park Place. Could be Boardwalk.
Aren't they blue?
Yeah.
That didn't appear to be blue.
Oh, maybe that was. Oh, I'm thinking.
Don't hurt yourself.
I know. Gosh, I've played Monopoly so many times. I should know what the properties are.
Matthew Lugo made that good running catch. You got the Vetter hat on, by the way, now, which is really, I like it a lot. There's a look at the Vetter Cup hat. We'll do it after a pitch. Hold on.
I'm sure Eddie would approve.
It's an 0-1 to Lugo. And a swing and a miss, 0-2. Here it is.
You know what's cool about this hat? It's got the SD logo right there. But on here, Vetter Cup. And you know what's cool? The logo, it's like a big guitar pick.
That's pretty cool.
And then it has Vetter Cup. It's got the skyline of Seattle with the needle, Space Needle, and then Coronado Bridge, Don's Bridge, and then the neck of a guitar.
So you got Seattle, you got a little bit of San Diego, you got a little bit of Eddie Vedder and a guitar.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything. And then the Padres one has the Padres logo on it.
Correct.
We don't care about the Mariners logo.
Yeah, we're bringing the cup home.
The Vetter Cup is coming here in the house.
Get yours.
Swing and a miss. Do you have a favorite Pearl Jam song? I do.
Even Flow.
Really? I like Better Man.
That's a good one. Have you ever seen him in concert?
I have, a couple times. 3.
Really?
Couple 3. Yep.
Wow.
Not in a while, though. It's been a long time. 0-2 pitch. Padres pitchers, K9 batters tonight, so you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just ask to redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Now 1-2 pitch. Paris golfing it foul. So Paris started really well with the power numbers. First 10 games of the year, 5 home runs. But the last 30 games, just 1. Ooh, Strada wanted it. Did appear to be just a little bit inside.
A little bit. Whoa.
Getting on deck, number 9 hitter Tim Anderson. From 0-2 to 3-2. Kyron Paris. And a swing and a miss. Striking out on the splitter. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts for Jeremiah Estrada.
Up top. Good movement. Well, not much you can do with that pitch right there for the swing and miss.
Here's Tim Anderson, who doubled and scored in the 3rd inning, struck out swinging in the 5th. Well, that was against Michael Kang. King, by the way, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 are earned. Walked 2, struck out 8. Now it is Ryan Zefferjan and Jose Fermin. 1-1. Look out, and hit is Anderson. Splitter gets him.
Well, that splitter right there just gets away from him. The last thing that, then it gets Diaz on the side of the dome. Last thing he wants to do there, especially with 2 outs, is a free base runner.
Number 9 man especially now. Yeah. Ruben Diablo's got to come out. See Manny doing a lot of the talking there. Well, Zach Neto homering back in the 3rd inning off Michael King.
Fully located fastball. The count was in his favor. It was 3-1. Just didn't put it in the right spot.
Well, I didn't see that before.
To fire the helmet there?
Yes. Yeah, he set the shortstop record single season a year ago with 23 home runs. So Diablo back in the dugout after a visit. Talked to Jeremiah Estrada, who has 2 outs, just hit Tim Anderson. And here is Neto, a 1-for-3 night. Saw the home run. He's also struck out and lined out. On the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit. Anderson is headed to 3rd base, and the tying run is now 90 feet away for Los Angeles. All this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Going right after him. Finding the hole up the middle. Well, as a pitcher, that's all you can do. You make a pitch, you get a grounder. Just happen to find the hole at the center of the diamond.
So Estrada strikes out Lugo, strikes out Paris, but hits Anderson, and now a single for Neto. 1st and 3rd for Los Angeles. Here is Nolan Shonowell. And now the catcher Diaz is headed out, and Mike Schilt is going to be coming out to make a change. So Estrada is done, as he will go an inning plus here as it works out. Throws 20 pitches and hands the baseball to Mike Schilt. Responsible for the men on. 1st and 3rd, tying run 90 feet away for Los Angeles. When we come back to San Diego. Here's what's coming up for the Padres and their schedule. 2 more against these Angels tomorrow night, Wednesday night as well. Thursday is an off day, and then the Padres will host the Seattle Mariners for the 3 games over the weekend coming up before heading north of the border and to Toronto, Ontario, Canada to take on the Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves, also part of this next road trip coming up for San Diego. That'll take you deep into May on the calendar. Adrian Morejon And there's strike one.
Well, strike one is so important for any pitcher. In this situation, it needs a big out. Runners at the corners, and 19th game for Adrian Morejon. 217 average for Shanuel right here, lefty out of lefty. Oh, it's an easy 97. Morejon versus left-handers. Left-handers are hitting a 240 off of Adrian.
First and third, 2 down. Just missed. Tim Anderson at third base. Neto at first base. 2 outs in the 7th. And a foul off to the left out of play. 2-2. Slider. Look out. Almost hit him. Up by his chin. Talk about buzzing the tower. That's it.
How close is this one? Look out. I'll tell you what. Tim Anderson is getting a huge lead down there at third base. He's probably more than a third of the way towards home plate once everything is said and done, as Morejon is getting ready to go plateward. Manny's way off the bag at third base. Now Manny's starting to creep over there, but he's getting a huge lead.
Runner goes at first. 3-2 is lined into center field. Merrill makes the catch on the sinking liner. Oh, that looked like it was going to get some green grass. Line drive to center, except they hit it to Jackson Merrill. Merrill coming in, laying it out forward. Oh, yeah. Let's go.
Nice seats. Right? I wonder how the other guys are doing.
I spent hours finding a deal on these.
Trash. You should have used Game Time. The easiest way to find only the best deals for the best seats with their Game Time picks. What time is it? Game Time.
Should have used TickPick.
Wait, what'd you say?
TickPick. Look.
Oh, whoa, dude.
What? There are no hidden fees. What'd you guys think I said?
Oh, TickPick. I thought you said.
Ever since Bob and Sheila retired, they've been looking for ways to spice up their dinner plans. But with Home Chef, they never have to worry about the same old boring recipes. Bob and Sheila have a variety of menu options to choose from, whether it's calorie or carb conscious, gourmet picks from our culinary collection, or easy prep and quick cleanup sheet pan meals. Now dinner's its own work of art. Get 18 free meals, free shipping, and free dessert for life.
Four to 3, Padres have lead over the Angels. That was close.
Tell you what, somebody call the cops because we just witnessed a robbery, and it's right here. Jackson Merrill timing it perfectly, laying it out. How fired up is he? Morejon. I'll tell you, the kid's a stud, man. He can hit, he can field, he can do it all.
Brandon Lockridge to lead it off against a new Angels pitcher. Kikuchi gone after 6 innings. Yusei Fermin takes over.
Sinker, slider, four-seamer, and a changeup. 23-year-old right-hander.
On the ground up the middle into center field. Base hit for Lockridge. Good start to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fernando's coming up, and it's time for our Callaway Kings of Distance. In the 5th, his 10th home run of the year, 424 feet. 111 on the exit velo, 22 degrees on the launch angle. Strike one from Fermin. So Kikuchi tonight, who is on the hook, and again he came in individually at 0-4. Seven hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2, struck out 4 in his 6 innings. Low and away, 2-1, missed with a slider.
High ERA for Fermin, 7.5. Only 6 frames, more hits. That's 7.
High fly ball to left. Lugo coming in this time. And he makes the catch for out number 1. We're talking about getting into this Angels pen. The bullpen ERA for the Angels, 6.94, as you mentioned earlier. The league average is 4.06. And here's where they rank. There's 30 teams.
Yeah, that puts it in perspective.
And conversely, the Padres have a 2.94 ERA. Throw to first, almost threw it away.
Well, in only 6 innings for Fermin, he's given up a couple of home runs. There's a streak of wildness in there. Opponent's hitting 280 off the right-hander.
Foul back, 0-1. This Cabaretta telecast presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Nice.
Nothing into the count to Luis Arraez. Has a hit tonight, single to center, scored a run back in the 3rd inning. Popped up right side, Tim Anderson for out number 2. Brings up Manny Machado. Swung into the first pitch and carving it foul. Manny tonight has been aboard 3 times. A walk, 2 singles. Foul back again, same spot.
Oh, that was the one there. It was 97, very far, but middle in.
Jason Adam up in the pen for San Diego, their 8th inning. Setup man.
There's that pitch again from Fermin. 2-seamer. Oh, working underneath it just a tad.
To center, and Paris moves over to left center to make the catch. That ends the inning. We're going to the 8th. It's 4-3 San Diego.
I'll give you this brand new electric vehicle if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
Why pay too much for cable TV when it costs less for Fubo? Get all the channels you want with all the entertainment you love for the price that cable can't beat. Start watching at FuboTV.com.
Welcome back to Petco Park, where the Padres lead the Angels 4-3 in the top of the 8th. Mary Lou's Cook here. I'll be joined by Mike Pomerantz on the Padres post-game show. Coming up, we'll take a look at the Padres' offensive success with 2 outs tonight and get some thoughts from Mike Schilt on Michael King's day. And of course, we'll plan to hear from a key contributor as well. We'll see you then. Back to you guys in the booth.
All right, Mary Lou, thanks very much. We look forward to that as we move along here to the 8th inning. New pitcher is Jason Adam.
Well, last time Jason was on the mound was Wednesday through 20 pitches. He is fresh and ready to go. Enters his 20th game. You know, there's been a lot of good things to talk about this bullpen, but Jason Adam really sticks out. The numbers are just spectacular. 3-0 ERA, more strikeouts than innings pitched. Very important inning, leading by 1.
Yohan Moncada to lead it off. So King went 5 2/3, gives you up 3 runs, 2 earned. Jeremiah Estrada inning plus, scoreless. Adrian Morejon, a 3rd, scoreless. And some great defense behind him from Jackson Merrill. Moncada tonight has fly to center, struck out swinging, doubled, and scored. Against Adam, 2 for 3 with a double and a home run. Good numbers against Adam in the past. Three and 0. And a 4-pitch walk to begin things in the 8th. Time now for the next entire defensive plays of the game.
Well, Jackson Merrill is flashing the leather, and everybody likes him. Michael King's like, that might be a gapper, but wait, Jackson Merrill, he has to come in a little bit and snag this one. This is the one that's really, really nice. I mean, that you gamble, you lay out, you take that chance. That ball gets by him, it spells trouble. That's Gold Glove stuff right there in center field. That's a nail biter. That's all right. Got that right.
We have 5 straight balls here from Jason Adam to begin his outing. The walk to Moncada, a sweeper that didn't sweep, and now a 1-0 coming to Soler. Swing and a miss. Chases the slider.
That's a nice bounce back pitch. That was a perfect slider right there. Good tilt to it.
Best record in 1-run games. Angels are 7-2 in that category. Padres 8-4. Fouled off. 1-2. Join the Padres On Deck membership waitlist to enjoy best access and value on Padres baseball. Memberships are currently sold out. Enjoy waitlist benefits now by securing your spot in line to become a future season ticket member. Learn more at Padres.com/waitlist. The 1-2 pitch from Jason Adam. Swing and a miss, and Soler strikes out. First out of the 8th.
This is a four-seamer. Right by him. That caught a lot of the play. That was center cut. Could not catch up to it. Big out.
12 strikeouts for Padres pitching. Here's Taylor Ward, who wants his hitter's timeout, and he gets it granted. That was very late. Too late, in my opinion.
Yeah. It was very late. Got that right. But that's the umpire can go straight Bobby Brown on that one. That's his prerogative.
Here's a pop-up. Racing over is a rise by the dugout. No play.
He got over there quickly. A little help from his teammates as well. Tyler Wade over there making sure he's okay. It's worth another look. Flash look there. Flash look. And T-Wade say, hey, hold on there, big fella. I got you. It's a good teammate right there.
Oh, 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. A changeup. Yeah, Padres pitching now 12 strikeouts in the game. The Angels pitchers have 4. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jason Adam. Back-to-back changeups for Jason Adam.
He's got above average pitches, all of them. There's the two-seam grip. It's the changeup. Look at the movement on that, way out in front of it. Out of the zone for the swing and miss.
So 2 down. Moncada at first. Here is Travis d'Arnaud. An 0 for 3 night for the number 6 spot in the Angels order. And a swing and a miss.
Oh, what a bounce back for Jason Adam after the 4-pitch walk to Moncada.
5 straight balls to start his outing. Now 7 straight strikes. One pitch. Swing and a miss. Back to strikes. Back to a sweeper. Runner goes at first. A ground ball to short. Bogarts to his left, collects and throws. Low throw. Dug out by Arise. More good defense. Arise on the other side. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 San Diego.
Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. Call 844-6LeafGuard right now for a free estimate and save 20% plus $500 off your purchase and installation. LeafGuard. Get it today, protected for life.
There's an easier way. From little fixes to big projects, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
2, 3. Come with me. Yeah, you'll see. We bring the sunshine everywhere we go. Good times, here we on the road. Living life feels good on top. We winning and we ain't gonna stop. We bring the sunshine everywhere we go. Good times, here we on the road. Living life feels good on top. We winning and we ain't gonna stop.
It's been a fun night at Petco Park in San Diego as the Padres are back home. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. And a new pitcher in now for the Angels. Brock Burke takes over.
28-year-old left-hander. He leads the Angels with 3 wins this season. He's held opponents scoreless in 11 of 16 outings this season. 4-seamer slider, changeup, very rarely a sinker. And there you see the ERA of 5.40. Opponent sending almost 300. And look at that whip over 1.5. It's time for the Padres to add on here.
Looking to obtain some insurance. Jackson Merrill leads it off and takes the strike. Merrill tonight. A single to left center. Single to right, scored a run. Last time up, grounded into a fielder's choice. Picked up an RBI. Ball 2. So Burke becomes the third arm used by the Angels, while the Padres closer, Robert Suarez, up in the pen. Down the first baseline, it's a fair ball. It's going to get to the corner. Jackson Merrill's going to run a while. He's thinking 3. Throw will be cut off. It is 3 standing.
This ball goes right over the bag. And this is the beauty of Jackson Merrill. This play is right in front of him. As soon as he gets to first base, he is smelling 3. He is not holding back. There's some insurance right there, 90 feet away. He can do it all.
The infield in all the way around.
He's done it with the leather tonight. He's done it with the wood. He's fun to watch. You know what? Bottom line, Jackson Merrill is really good at baseball.
Fly ball to center field. Plenty deep enough. Harris will make the catch. Here comes Jackson Merrill. Here comes some insurance. Padres take a 5-3 lead. Sac fly for Xander Bogaerts.
He knows the situation, and this is the perfect pitch. Look at the location of that pitch. It's up. It's elevated. Easy to work under. Xander not trying to do too much for the sac fly.
Strike 1 to Gavin Sheets. Sheets has grounded out to second, single to left, grounded out to third. So the slider that time. Xander Bogaerts, after the first triple of the year for Jackson Merrill on the sac fly, leads the team now in sac flies with 4. Foul back below us.
That's really hard holding back the smiles on that Padres bench, isn't it?
Two. Couple hops out to second base. Tim Anderson for out number 2 of the 8th. Sheets retired this time.
Well, if the score stays the same here after this inning, you're going to want to stay tuned because we're going to see some fire.
Oh, there's lots of fire.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the fire.
Padres got Suarez warming up in the pen. You're going to want to see that.
It's going to get dark.
Oh.
Luis Diaz 0 for 3. Popped out a second in the second, grounded to short in the 4th, struck out in the 6th inning. I really miss it when we're on the road because other teams won't let us do that.
Yeah.
When Robert comes into the game.
I know. Show some respect.
I mean, I get it. They got a closer too, but it'd still be fun, you know.
That's our guy right there. There's Fritzy on the right, keeping a close eye on him.
1-1 pitch to right. Soler is right there, and he makes the catch to end the inning. But the Padres get a run. Another run for Robert Suarez. It's 5-3.
Turn off the lights.
And it's time for Robert Suarez.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Padres, number 75, Robert Suarez.
There trying to close the door on the Angels tonight. There was a lot of fire. In fact, there's still fire.
Longest active save streaks, top of the leaderboard. Robert Suarez with 18. It's a huge run that the Padres scored in that sac fly in the bottom of the 8th. Suarez has been throwing the ball extremely well. Still a lot of fire out there. Well, why? Because this guy throws smoke. And where there's smoke, there's fire. 19th game, 15 for 15. The ERA, half a run. More strikeouts than innings, but very few walks. Robert Suarez says, bring it on.
Bottom third of the Angels order coming up. Matthew Lugo to lead it off, and 0 for 3 night for the Angels left fielder. A little high for ball 1. Takes over Jason Adam, who after walking Moncada struck out Soler, struck out Ward, and got Darno to ground out to short. There's a strike. 99 to get it. Strike 2. Foul back, staying alive. 1-2. Looks like Luis Rengifo has come out on deck to pinch hit here for Kyron Paris. Down the right field line, foul.
You can see what the opposing hitters try to do against Robert when he's out there. They just try to play pepper, hit it where it's pitched. I mean, there's going to be pitches when the count's in your favor. You know, you can have a free swing, try to, hit one out of the ballpark, but the Angels need base runners.
Swing and a miss, out number 1 of the 9th inning.
Fastball right down the middle at 101.
And now with the introduction of Rengifo, the pinch hitter, Diaz going to the mound here to talk to Suarez. So Rengifo pitch hitting. Ground ball up the middle, ranging, getting a glove on it was Cronenworth, but it gets into center. And the Angels will bring the tying run to the plate. The hit for Rengifo, pinch hit at that.
Yeah, he likes that first pitch offering. On the season, hitting .375, 6 for 16. Now 7 for 17 on that first pitch offering. Usually guys off the bench, especially just out of the reach. Underneath the glove of Jake Cronenworth. Good effort by the second sacker.
Meeting at the mound here. As another pinch hitter coming up, Logan O'Hoppe is going to pinch hit for Tim Anderson. Again, the Angels, all you can hope for is bring that tying run to the plate, and they will do that with 1 out here in the 9th.
You know, I love games that end on a double play, right?
You do.
Yep.
Ball 1. 41,419 on hand tonight. 41,419. It is the 16th sellout of the year for San Diego. And it's in the dirt for ball 2, 2-0. There's a changeup. Tap foul, 2-1. Rice holding on. Rengifo at first base. O'Hoppe hits it in the air down the right field line. Fernando on the run. Over to foul ground. Drops the baseball. So close. He was there.
We saw this earlier tonight with the Angels in Soler, but it was closer to the wall right here. Oh, in and out of the glove. Couldn't squeeze it.
2-2 pitch. In the dirt, gets away. Rengifo will take second base. Wild pitch on a changeup.
Let's see where this one bounces. There's a changeup, turns it over, and Diaz tries to do as much as he can right there. Gets in a good position. This ball checks up. Just caroms off the glove, off the chest protector.
Full count to O'Hoppe. Fouled straight back. Pretty good rip right there at the 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Top of the order, Neto waiting on deck. 3-2 pitch again. Ball 4 and he loses him. Down to first goes O'Hoppe. And here comes Ruben.
You know, we've talked about this Angel lineup and their record. I mean, you could say all you want about offensive numbers, but and Don, you and I talk about all the time. Guys in the lineup that can hurt you, right? You want to try to stay. This is a guy you got to be concerned about. The 2-run shot, singled in the 7th. Zach Neto. He is the one guy. Very important meeting going on right now. Find out that everybody's on the same page.
Got a pitch runner first base. Joe Adell has taken over for O'Hoppe. Worked the walk. He represents the tying run with 1 out here in the 9th inning. You got Neto coming up, who is 2 for 4 in this game. The rest of the team 4 for 27. He homered in the 3rd, singled to center in the 7th, and here he is in the 9th inning. Padres on top by 2. Strike 1. Fastball to start him.
Robert Suarez looking for a 2-for-1 sale right here. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
In the dirt. Great job by Diaz to block that, keep the runners where they're at.
Well, you don't know how important that is. Wow, that is huge from Diaz. There's the changeup, spiked again. Perfect position right off the chest protector. Well done.
The 2-1 pitch. Ball 3. Making him work. 18 pitches in the inning. Shonowell waiting on deck for Los Angeles. Three-one pitch. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks, loads the bases for the Angels. Now Nolan Shonowell. He has not walked 2 in an outing all year. He has walked 2 back-to-back. And falls behind 1-0.
Well, with the selection of pitches, I mean, it's going to happen sometimes, but I would think that these Angels now, they got to be sitting fastball in a situation like this. They spiked a few curve change-ups, and that change-up missed big time.
Missing at 100 to fall behind 2-0. Foul back, 2-1. Struck out Lugo to be in the inning. Rengifo reached on the hit. A walk for Hoppy. Odell runs. A walk to Neto. Bases loaded. Oh! Almost hit him. Season high up next.
Boy, yanking the fastball big time right there at 100.
This will be the 24th pitch. And a foul ball, full count.
You know, he fouled off ball 4 right there. The pitch was 100 up and out of the zone.
Bases loaded, 3-2 pitch. That's ball 40, walks in a run. 3 straight walks allowed by Suarez. And it's a 1-run game.
The misses are significant.
Now Moncada. Bases reloaded. Disengagement. Suarez trying to find his bearings. Action in the pen. Alec Jacob. Just up.
Wow. Difficulty with the changeup. Difficulty locating the fastball. The misses are big.
Career high 3 walks, and they've come in a row. Not close. Ball 3. Jorge Soler waits on deck for the Angels. There's a strike on the corner. Pitch 30 of the inning coming up. Foul back, 3-2.
I tell you what, the velocity is there, but the location is way out. The crosshairs just are way off. He needs to make a pitch right here. You got to challenge the guy.
Three-two pitch. Foul back.
Thank goodness he swings at this one.
Three-two again to Moncada. Struck it out. Yeah, we got a piece. Got just a piece. Glancing off of Diaz. That fastball looked like it was rising in and out of the glove of Diaz. So close. Three-two again. Ball 40 walks in the tying run. Blown save. We're tied at 5. And that's it for Suarez. 4 straight walks. Unheard of. "33 pitches. It's only the 1 out. Pitching change from Petco Park. We got a brand new game. Tied at 5. Well, we have not seen that before. Suarez walks 4 in a row, and this game is now tied 5-5. You got Jorge Soler coming up, and the new pitcher into the game for the Padres is Alec Jacob.
All right, time for Alec Jacob to shut down the Angels right here and get yourself a victory. Hold them right here. Enters his 17th game. Way below the hitting speed. See if he can get a grounder. Get out of this.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Suarez gets 1 out. There's a third of an inning. 1 hit. He walks 4 in a row. Strikes out 1. Blown save. And a grounder foul outside of third. Kelly Jansen up in the pen for Los Angeles. Swing and a miss, and Soler strikes out number 2 of the 9th.
Talk about expanding the strike zone. That one's up and away. It's a big miss. He wanted it inside, but it works so well for Alec Jacob. A little froggy right there from Soler. That's a big punchy for Alec Jacob.
Now Taylor Ward. So the first blown save for Suarez since September 20th of 24 against Chicago. Ends his streak of 18 consecutive saves converted. Look out. Almost hit him. 2-0.
Boy, how important was that run for Padres in the 8th inning?
Huge. Strike called. Got a call.
Top of the zone on the 2-seamer.
Strike 2. Well, Jacob trying to get this to the bottom of the 9th in a tie game. flared foul off to the right out of play. High drive, deep left, towards the Western Metal Supply building and gone. Wow. A grand slam for Taylor Ward. A 9-5 lead now for the Angels. A 6-run top of the ninth.
Well, you talk about a punch to the gut. This one hurts. Breaking ball, center cut. Speeds up his bat. Clears the bases.
Now Darnell takes the strike. So 5 earned runs charged to Suarez. Hard to explain.
It really is. I don't think I've ever witnessed anything like that. The velocity was there, but the misses from Robert Suarez, they weren't enticing.
That's the thing. Your first thought is he okay? Right. Is he injured? Not with that kind of velocity. Exactly. You'd have to say no.
Yeah.
1-2, swung on and missed, and striking out is Darno. But the damage, it's been done. 9-5 Angels. Well, tomorrow, game 2 of the 3-game series, a middle game between the Padres and the Angels. Jose Soriano, 8 starts, 2-4 with a 4.00 ERA against Dylan Cease. This season, 8 starts for the Padres, 1-2, 4.91 earned run average. Gets started 6:15 with the Padres pregame show. What a turn of events here. The Angels now have a 9-5 lead as we go to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Kenley Jansen, the former longtime Dodger, now well-traveled Kenley Jansen.
A lot of work to do, and everybody knows about Kenley Jansen. A lot of cut fastballs. In fact, almost 80%. That's his game, mixing a slider and a sinker as well. His 12th game, high ERA. He's given up 3 home runs in 10 innings. Time to go to work.
There is strike 1 to Cronenworth, who has struck out, walked, and fouled out. This is not a save situation, but he was up and hot anyway. And what he thought was going to be a safe situation, perhaps, or a tie game. Either way, he was coming in. Certainly now the lead.
Yeah, and you know, with the Angels' record, as we've got a pinch hitter on deck, Tyler Wade. Not many save opportunities, so you know this is a chance for Kenley Jansen to get some work in with the 4-run lead.
Angels much better when they score 4 or more runs. That's for sure. Foul down the left field line, out of play.
And regarding Kenley Jansen, it's not that he's going to light up the radar gun. He's not going to throw as hard as Suarez, 99-100. He's about 92.
It's all about the cutter, though, right?
It's all about the cutter. It's all about the movement. Yep. And of course that slider of his as well.
Did he go? No, he did not. So Jansen bringing in with the Dodgers in 2010. Some big save years. Had 53 saves for the Dodgers back in 2016. So in LA till 2021, then Atlanta, Boston for 2, and this is year 1 with the Angels. In the 2 seasons in Boston, 33 saves and 31 saves. 2-2. Ball 3. Was 0-2. Full count now. This will be the 3rd time this season the Angels have overcome a deficit of 2 or more runs in the 9th inning and won. Already done it against the Giants and the Blue Jays. Trying to do it tonight against the Padres. Three-two pitch again to Jake. Struck him out for out number 1.
We talked about that cutter. Here is the cutter. It's up. Probably a ball if taken, but it looks so good.
Tyler Wade. Wade pinch hitting here for Lockridge. So conference at the mound here. Lockridge had been 1 for 3 with a single in the 7th inning. Strike to Wade. Flared foul, 0-2.
Well, got a battle right here. With that cut fastball into the lefties. Wait, you know, Jansen's going to try to jam him inside.
0-2 pitch to Tyler Wade, pinch hitting. And a swing and a miss, struck him out, foul tipped. Into the catcher's mitt. 2 down, back-to-back Ks for Jansen.
And another cut fastball from Kenley. See him working around a little bit. It's the 4-seam grip. It just works him around a little bit, and he gets a little bit of movement into the lefty.
Strike 1. Oh for 4 in his career against Kenley Jansen. Strike 2. Corona with a home run back in the 5th inning. Solo shot his 10th of the year. Oh, 2 pitch to Fernando. Foul back, stays alive. Now Kikuchi off the hook in this game as he went 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned. So for Mean, Brock Burke, who's now the pitcher of record at the moment. Two and two. Fly ball to center field. Lugo going back. He's under it. And that will end a most disappointing evening here at Petco Park of the season. Padres had a 5-3 lead going into the 9th inning. Robert Suarez blows his first save of the year. Walks 4 in a row. And the Angels get a grand slam from Ward and have a 6-run 9th inning and go on to beat the Padres 9-5 in game 1 of this 3-game series. As frustrating as it gets. Once again, the final. The Angels 9, the Padres 5. Thank you for watching Padres Baseball, presented by Major League Baseball. For Mark Grant and Mary Louise Cook, I'm Don Orsillo. Now stay tuned for the Padres postgame show.
Ever since Bob and Sheila retired, they've been looking for ways to spice up their dinner plans. But with Home Chef, they never have to worry about the same old boring recipes. Bob and Sheila have a variety of menu options to choose from, whether it's calorie or carb conscious, gourmet picks from our culinary collection, or easy prep and quick clean-up sheet pan meals. Now dinner's its own work of art. Get 18 free meals, free shipping, and free dessert for life.
tough one at Petco Park tonight. A grand slam off the bat of Taylor Ward in the ninth stuns San Diego and lifts the Angels to a 9-5 win in game one of a 3-game set. We welcome you on into the Padres post-game show. Mary Luce Cook alongside Mike Pomerantz. And Mike, definitely a tough one, an unusual ninth inning that we saw there. We'll go ahead and get into that whole ninth inning in just a bit here, but uncharacteristic, I would say, of the bullpen in that moment.
Yeah, it was a clunker, and I know the bullpen's had its struggles as of late, but you don't expect that from Robert Suarez. He's been so consistent. Tonight just didn't have it, and that was really the difference in this one. The guys trying to fight their way back. But when you have a 5-3 lead, you go to the ninth inning, and Robert Suarez has been basically perfect on the year. He's got 15 saves coming into tonight, but his command just eluded him. This is uncharacteristic of Robert. All these walks, went 1/3 of an inning, but he walked 4 hitters, gave up 1 hit, and all the runs but one charged to him by the time this is said and done. So he walks in a couple, and when it's a 5-5 ball game, Mike Schilt has to go to the bullpen, brings in Alec Jacob, who's been really good. He punches out Soler before Taylor Ward, who has had himself a brutal season of late, but he still can hit the long ball, and he gets one right there. That grand slam, the difference maker, soul-crushing if you're the Padres, because you had this game in hand and you give the ball to your best guy. But that is the life, and in fact, sometimes the death of a reliever. You can be great, but in any one instance, it can all slip away from you, and today it just was not in the cards for Robert Suarez.
Sure, a tough one for sure, and then, of course, that's going to have ramifications on the bullpen moving forward as well, because then you just take into consideration how many pitches he had to throw tonight. So definitely a tough one, but a bright spot for the Padres. Let's look at something bright, something positive. Jackson Merrill, it's nice to see him back in the lineup after getting scratched yesterday with the stomach bug, and here he is.
Yeah, and this is coming off a hamstring injury to boot, so you can put that to rest. I got to tell you, putting together this post-game show, we thought it was going to be a Jackson Merrill interview and a Jackson Merrill show. It just didn't turn out that way at the end, but Merrill doing everything he could to contribute. 3 hits, including a triple today. You're wondering if the leg is okay? Well, you don't leg out a triple if it's not. And then on top of that, a couple of really good defensive plays. So I thought for Merrill, this is what you'd expect from a guy who's just building off a great season a year ago. Since returning from the injured list, the 14 hits, he's hitting over 460 right now. And I thought he did a really nice job of facing Yusei Kikuchi early in this one. I say that because it's a lefty on lefty. Merrill moving up on the plate a little bit more, tight to the ball, and I thought he had a really nice approach against Kikuchi. Got a couple of hits off him before facing a couple of right-handers. He's just been so darn consistent and so good. And big picture, you're looking at the leg. I know at least I was, and I'm sure a lot of the fans were too. When I saw the acceleration on the jumps on the 2 diving catches and I saw the legging out of the triple, if there was any doubt at all, remember, he came off the IL, the team was on the road. Maybe this is your first chance to see him, and certainly here at Petco since he's been back. It was an encouraging sign to see.
How do you assess the impact that his return has had? I mean, obviously, he came back on Tuesday, so he hasn't been back for too long, but you're mentioning a lot of positives there. How do you assess the impact that he has on this team, offensively and defensively?
Well, I don't think you can overstate how tremendous he's been, but more than that, I say credit to him and also the coaching staff for just holding him out enough to know he was 100%, because when you're young and you want to play as much as he does, no doubt he wanted to come back sooner. But you know what? An extra day, maybe an extra few now, is going to pay dividends. You see the performance tonight, and you hope, with fingers crossed, that a guy can stay healthy now long term, because if you rush a player back, especially from a hamstring injury, it can be a problem that's ongoing through the year, and it looks right now like perhaps he's over that hump.
All right, well, we saw good things from him tonight. Hopefully we'll continue to see good things from him the rest of this homestand. When we return on the Padres post-game show, we'll hear from the manager, Mike Schilt, get his thoughts on Robert Suarez's tough night.
I'll give you this brand new electric vehicle if you can prove to me you know your finances. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
Just 3.
You sure? Let's download the Rocket Money app right now and see if you're right. It's actually 21 subscriptions, which is costing you around $370 a month.
The app is telling you all this?
Rocket Money shows you all your expenses in one place and even helps you suggest a budget based on your past spending. Don't worry about the 21 subscriptions. You can cancel them right within the app. It'll even try and get you some of your money back.
Manny Machado extends his hitting streak to 12 games tonight, but a tough loss for the Padres. The Padres postgame show is brought to you by Yusei San Diego Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the San Diego Padres. Now let's get you inside of the clubhouse to hear from the manager, Mike Sheldon, his thoughts on Robert Suarez.
Mike, we've obviously seen a lot of really good ones from Robert. What did you think was the struggle for him tonight?
Yeah, I think you could put a lot in like bold caps. You know, we've seen a lot of greatness from Robert Suarez to the point of, you know, borderline to actually being spoiled. Some days you got to prove you're human. You know, I mean, this guy's been absolutely lights out for us the last year, obviously this year, and you know, they were patient and able to, you know, work some counts, and you know, then they got through him. So one of those days he'll be back, and we're confident he'll be just fine.
The walks in the command are something that he's been really, really good with this season. Was there maybe something mechanical in his release or something that you
No,
noticed
I wouldn't. I mean, you know, I can't say no. I mean, look, this guy's been really good. He's consistent. He's got a pretty easy delivery, repeatable delivery. I wouldn't, you know, I'm not going to pin it on. He may have a different opinion of it, but I wouldn't pin it on anything mechanical. It's just one of those nights.
Up to that point, it looked like Jackson Merrill maybe saved the day. You talk about Jackson's night, plate.
Wow.
And then,
I mean, you talk about dominating on both sides of the ball, right? You know, I write down the plus plays or plus plays, and I had Jackson's. Then for some reason, like first, you know, third, seventh. It's like just kept drawing a line for the next one. So, and I love the instincts on Sean Wells' ball because, you know, we got Maury Hone in there. He's got 2 strikes. He cheats in a little bit and knows, like, look, if this guy, you know, squares something up in the gap, then, you know, we'll tip our hat. But it was a really, really high IQ. It was as much a mental play, you know, a really smart play as it was clearly a physical play. But his intelligence prior to the play set him up for us to preserve the lead right there. So, and of course he swung the bat very well also.
What did you think of King?
I thought he was good. I thought he was really, really good. You know, battled himself a little bit, controlling counts, made pitches. You know, got behind on Nato, and then 3-1. You know, made him pay. Other than that, thought he was good. You know, again, Jackson helped him out in the 5th. And he got us to the point where he had a chance to win a ball game, so he did his job.
If we go back to the 9th, can you just take us through the decision to lift Robert when you did with the bases loaded?
Yeah, it's a heavy workload. You know, once the game's tied, you know, if he was going to get him, you know, he was going to get the next guy, you know, because he had the pitches to do it. But at that point, he's not a big double play guy. He's been laboring a lot of pitches. Just chance to do something different with Jacob, and you know, he gets the punch out and he's got 2 strikes. He just, you know, got a ball up to a dangerous hitter. So, guy with power, but almost came in and did his part. But yeah, it was just a time when the game was 1 out and number of pitches. It was, you know, he'd done his part.
What's your update on next up Darvish?
Yeah, he's looking to go on a rehab assignment Wednesday with El Paso in Las Vegas.
Padres pitchers at Cade and 9 batters tonight, so you win. Score 25% off your total purchase at participating Petco locations tomorrow with your loyalty membership. Just fast redeem the Padres K9 promotion at checkout. Then we return on the Padres post-game show. We'll get you all set up for Game 2 against the Angels and Dylan Cease on the mound.
Padres looking to rebound tomorrow. They'll take on the Angels for Game 2. Jose Soriano is who they're going to face. A lot of sinkers, good mid-90s fastball, and a changeup and a curve to go to boot, but he does walk a lot of hitters, gives up a lot of hits. On the plus side, Dylan Cease coming off what I think might have been his best outing of the year in New York against the Yankees. Looks like he might have found something there. Hopefully, mechanically, he'll be in sync, and it sets up to be a good pairing for him because, again, this Angels team, despite the final score tonight, does have the worst strikeout rate in all of baseball. They don't walk, so it's a nice recipe, I think, for Dylan, just like we saw tonight. I mean, 16 strikeouts for Padre pitchers. So it tells you there's a lot of swing and miss across the way. The problem only came at the end of the ballgame, just didn't work out tonight, but hopefully tomorrow's a better thing.
You mentioned that Dylan Cease came off of one of his best outings of the season so far. What would you like to see him continue to do heading into tomorrow?
Well, just keep pounding the zone. The stuff is never going to be in question. You're throwing upper 90s with that nasty slider and that knuckle curve. I mean, you're going to be devastating. You just have to be around the zone. And I don't think he's been mechanically in sync, and I think the opposition has had a little bit of an idea of his sequencing to this point. I don't think that New York did, and I think you saw the results right there. I would just like to see from Cease, just, hey, whatever you're doing, you know how to do it. Just do it again tomorrow. Nothing special. Just take advantage of your gifts.
All right, well, that's what we'll be looking for tomorrow in Game 2 against the Angels as the Padres look to rebound. A nice night for Jackson Merrill, the bright spot of the evening, but unfortunately the Padres do fall to the Angels 9-5. We'll see you tomorrow during the Padres pregame show, 6:15 p.m. tomorrow, and we appreciate you joining us tonight. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.